Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. I'm your host, Lee Beans, and I'm here with Mark with the mic.
What's going on? What is going on?
Chillin', Mark. I know you saw that Nintendo.
Yeah.
What they doing over there?
So I popped for one thing. Actually, no, I popped for two things. Um, the Legend of Zelda. That you're actually playing Zelda now. Um, what's it called? Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. Because I actually really like the Link's Awakening remake that they
Hmm.
did a couple years ago. So when I saw the same art style and shit like that, I got kind of excited. I was like, all right, I'm definitely gonna get that game. But the one that stole the show for me, and I was like, all right, but it's coming out on everything, not just Switch, is Marvel versus Capcom Collection.
Now, do you understand why it's a big deal,
Because
and not just because it's an old game?
I will say that if you want to get each one of those titles by itself, you're gonna pay over $1,000.
Yeah, because there's no way as of right now until this comes out, because the 360 version of Marvel 1 and Marvel 2, I don't think you could buy them anymore.
You can't
Um, good luck with X-Men versus Street Fighter and Children of the Atom. Those were never on digital.
unless you're buying it on Sega Saturn. That was the only system it
Uh,
was on.
no, it was on PlayStation, but you didn't want to really play that one.
Yeah,
That's the one I had. You didn't want to play that one.
yeah, you couldn't switch.
Um, and then Marvel Superheroes is, yeah, versus Street Fighter also in that same boat. Now that one I believe
PS1.
is, oh yeah, yeah, it's in the same boat. And Marvel's Capcom is on PS1, but it
Yeah.
was that was a that's a special case because that's a special game. It's
Hmm.
not like the other ones. They actually went in and they tuned some stuff up
Yeah.
because there's like a crazy hyper mode in there where you could do all types of weird stuff.
Yeah.
But like I think this is the first time I think somebody said in like 13, 14 years you could buy any of those,
Yeah.
like even one of them.
Hmm.
So to have, what is it, like 8 games I think it is in total, and then the Punisher is included in that,
Yeah.
just randomly,
Every
just the
fucking.
Punisher. You
You
know.
know what? It's pretty much the arcade that's coming out for X-Men '97.
Oh, okay, that's what that is.
That's
Like it's the same
exactly what it
game.
is. The exact game, the same exact games are on that arcade.
Okay, okay.
That's one thing
Now
I noticed really fast. I was like, oh wow, they just took the one up games and fucking just put them on the console.
the issue I have is why the Punisher and why not Aliens versus Predator? If you're gonna take a named Marvel slash Disney property, I don't understand. That's all
Cause,
I'm saying.
cause
That's all I'm
Marvel,
saying.
cause Marvel don't own Predator.
Well, that's what I was asking about earlier, because
Well,
they when they bought
Disney
when
owns
they bought
Predator.
those rights, when they bought those rights, yeah, but who owns Marvel? That's what I'm
Marvel
trying. That's
owns,
what I'm trying to
but
say.
but it's not the same. Like they don't categorize it together.
We talking about?
They don't categorize Marvel with Fox stuff, so they kind of have everything separate. So Fox stuff is they have their own shit, but Disney owns it, but it's
No,
not the same.
I understand that,
Yeah,
but if you're gonna take something from the vault, why would you not take that game? I don't understand. It's a cap. We're not talking about a completely random thing. We're talking about
yeah,
a Capcom game.
yeah. It's true.
I'm not talking about a game made by like what was the other company? Because there is another Aliens versus Predator. There is one that's not made by Capcom.
Who's a claim?
That was, I think it's Acclaim. Might no, it's not because it's good.
Yeah,
It's not them. It's another company. It's like I remember the advertisement for it, but basically what I'm trying to say is I understand why you couldn't do another company's property
yeah,
and then that on top of it. But I'm talking about a Capcom arcade game.
yeah.
Why couldn't you just try? That's all I'm saying.
Maybe one up listens.
We'll see. Maybe
And
there'll be a one-up thing
yeah,
in the future where Aliens versus Predator. Who knows? But as of right now, it's locked on some weird Capcom arcade stick that is only available. That was only available in the UK,
oh
and now it's just a collector's item that's probably worth way too much money.
yeah, like every single one of these titles. If you would have bought separately,
Yeah.
I think Marvel's Capcom. Oh, so all right, I have a list here. X-Men: Children of the Atom, the original copy for PS1 or Japanese versions. American one is 100 to 175. The Japanese one is 175 to $250. Marvel Superheroes, the original PS1 versions is $75. The Japanese one is 125 to $150. Marvel's Capcom 1 for Dreamcast is $250. Marvel's Capcom 2 for Dreamcast, American version, is $300 to $400 mint. The PS5 and the PS2 and the Xbox One versions of Marvel's Capcom 2 are priced at $90 to $100.
Yeah, those are the ones that came with the sticks, I think.
Punisher, Sega Genesis, $175 for an open copy. For mint sealed is about $500 to $800.
They don't have the prices for the boards, do they? Because that's an arcade
The
game.
arcade
That's not the
board,
same thing.
yeah, but that's the only one that thing that came out with it. So that's
No,
the
I know.
only. But
I get
arcades,
that. It's
the
yeah, but they
arcade
don't have
probably a lot
those.
more than that. Like if you actually had to buy the arcade for that, you're probably paying about 2 to 3 grand.
So
You
yeah.
know what? I could ask the dude that owns. Shout outs to Retro for Game On Retro Arcade. They have 2 locations. Um, they have Punisher in one of the newer arcade. I think in Riverhead. They have the
Hmm.
Punisher arcade, and I think he probably paid about three to 350 $300 to $3,500 for it,
Okay.
and it's the original. He only has original arcades in there.
It makes sense
Yeah,
because you have to, if you're gonna do the actual arcade, you have to have the boards from it. So I get it. If you're not running that emulator, I mean,
I'm
so I get
excited
it.
for it. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to run that Punisher game to actually play it again because I was not
Hmm.
paying $175 for the copy of that game. Um, I'm excited to see what this does. I love Marvel's Capcom. I love you know what the one I never got to really play much was Marvel Superhero Street Fighter vs Marvel Superheroes. That's the one I didn't get to
Hmm.
play a lot because during that time I was not really going to arcades. And then when I did, it was always X Men or X Men Street Fighter or it was Marvel's Capcom 1, and they didn't have that one.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I'm excited for
I
that.
I
That's
think
cool.
out of the all of the ones that they had, that's probably the one I played the most.
Okay.
Cause no, I would say probably Children of the Atom. I probably played the most in the arcade.
Okay.
Like I had them all on console, but like in the arcade, that was the only one I actually played. Cause I never really got good at the Marvel games,
Yeah.
so I never really stayed up. So I knew once those games are a legacy skill, and once you get good at like X Men versus Street Fighter, you're pretty much set
Nice.
until you get to MVC2 because it's like there's so many different engine changes.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I think personally, I do think that it's not the best of the set. I know it's the most popular because it has the most characters, but the sad thing is you can't really. The sad thing is if you play anybody who knows what they're doing, you odds are you can't use like 95% of the roster.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I don't like that game as much.
I liked.
Like I like it on a casual level. When it's just people messing around and
Yeah.
picking their favorite characters, that's probably my favorite one.
I think I'm
But
fun with one more than two.
yeah, I think one is the best one. I personally, I think Marvel's Capcom 1 is the best versus game.
I can
That and
see
it
that.
had it didn't have it had the least amount of reuse sprites
Yeah.
being for it being a base game because I think yes, they had the Ryu. Who else was in there? That was Zangief. Uh,
Zangief, Ryu,
Chun
Chun
Li.
Li. Yeah.
That's like okay, they're old. Wolverine is old. The Spider Man is old. But then you have like the brand new Venom. No, the Hulk is old. Hulk is old. Hulk is old.
Hulk is old. Venom. You had
But you had the
Jin.
brand new Venom.
Sh-
You had the
uh,
brand new Jin. You had who else was there? Like
Strider.
oh Jesus, yeah. You had the guy like Strider. You had the
Mega Man.
cool ass Commando. Was Mega Man in
Mega Man.
Marvel's? No, yeah, he's brand new also. Mega Man's brand
Yeah.
new and Roll
Yeah.
brand new. Like yeah, I just think that and they're good too. And then the way that they did the um what do they call them in that game? I think they call them assists in that game.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was
The,
where
yeah.
they
The.
had them
Yeah.
as individual characters, and
Yeah.
then that again, those had individual brand new sprites for a lot of them. Like they had a Thor that
Yeah.
was you'd never see. He doesn't really do anything except
Hmm.
shoot lightning, but there's a brand new Thor. There's like characters from Strider, the girls that kick,
Yeah.
the
Nash.
little girl from Darkstalkers, yeah, Nash.
That you had to do a
Uh,
whole combo. The Sentinel was a cheesy bastard.
the Juggernaut that will
Yeah.
come out, so the Psylocke that will come out. Like
Silas.
there's a lot of cool things in there.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited for it. I'm definitely gonna get the day one. I'll definitely pick it up. I'm looking at in a minute run to see if they actually do a collector's edition and what it looks like.
yeah, I mean that would be a good one to do it for.
That will actually be something I will grab because I think just in general, like I think the one I had the most experience with was Marvel's Capcom 1 because my store had it. You know, I was working in the local video game store near my in the Lower East Side. I was the one that picked the arcades that we had in the store. So we had Marvel's Capcom and we had Tekken Tag Tournament.
Hmm.
And then Crazy Taxi we had for a while too. But and then then we got Marvel's Capcom 2 later on. But Marvel's Capcom 1, like I just thought it was just a unique blend of characters and the Capcom characters that no one really knew. That I thought I knew who they were, and I'm like, oh shit, I remember this dude. I played this game. I played that game. Um, I liked it, like the introducing of the Strider Ryu and fucking Jin and fucking well the Ghosting Goblin dude was later. What um who else? There was another Capcom character that was just oh yeah Mega Man had being in there and shit like that. So I just again Marvel's Capcom 1 I think I'm fond on the most. Um
No, he's in there.
yeah
Ghost and Goblins guy. He's
yeah
a
he is
assist.
in there. Okay,
He throws the little spears.
he's an assist character then.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's not a regular character. He's an assist
No, no.
character. All right. Yeah, I remember seeing him in there. I just don't remember when. But it was cool, and again, I'm happy with. It. And Captain Commando kicked ass in that game too.
Yeah, he was actually good.
Captain KO.
This game
Uh,
sucks.
Ice Beam.
That's another thing that happened recently. I didn't, independent of this, I had bought the Capcom Beat 'em Up bundle and realized I may have made a big mistake because none of those games are that fun to play. Like I
Yeah,
realized most of those arcade games, I'd never really played these, and I'm like, huh, I didn't miss much, did I? It
I
just
got you.
just makes me kind of sad. Punisher, on the other hand, is actually very good.
It is a good game.
Even the even the Sega Genesis one, it was. I think that's one of the closest to arcade games at the time, like a Final Fight type of deal, because that one, even more than Final Fight, you could play two player. Because
Yeah,
remember, there was a version of Final Fight that they took out Guy,
yeah,
and then they made his own version, Final Fight Guy,
yeah. I remember that. That's the one I actually
and
had.
then so you could not play two players with that one. So like it was cool. It was cool, and also Nick Fury just screaming "Whoa!"
Yeah,
Like it's and Punisher. Like they just had the most random, crazy screams. And okay, you know how bananas that game is when you put the quarter in. I think it's a gunshot, and
yeah,
then every time you press start, it's it's kind of nuts.
yeah. I'm excited
Kind of
to see
nuts.
that again.
It's kind of. I wish somebody would bring back. Did you ever remember the Punisher for Nintendo?
That was
That
actually
was
pretty good. I
the
have
back.
it.
The behind the back. You just shoot everybody on the.
I
You
went
just
to
shoot everybody on the screen.
when I went to a video game con probably like 7 years ago, 8 years ago. Is like during the time when I bought the Retron 5.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I went with my boy Steven Gonzalez, and we went there, and we were looking for games and shit like that. And this one dude was just trying to unload his NES games, just wanted to empty his table out because he was kind of wanting to leave. So we saw two copies of the Punisher NES game and shit like that. I think it was priced at 17. Man, we were just looking at it, we were just browsing, and the dude was like, "Yo, I'll give you those for $5 each." They're like, "All right, got you." So I bought it. It was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, it's not a bad game.
Yeah,
It's
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 short,
a
very short.
reskin or like a not knockoff, but it's like it's in the same uh category or genre as I don't know if you remember this one, Dynamite Duke in the arcade,
Dynamite Duke.
and that's the original Duke Nukem game.
Okay.
It's a behind the it's like if you look at the Punisher NES and you look at Dynamite Duke,
Okay.
you can see what they took the inspiration from because it's behind the back, you shooting everybody on the screen and Duke Nukem throws the dynamite and like that's his special move and he just blows up everybody.
Okay.
It was a cool like if you ever seen the I think it was a stand up arcade for that one. No, I think it might have had a stand up version and a sit down version that
Okay.
had like a little a Jeep.
Interesting.
I have to look for.
But I remember that Punisher. I have it. It's in my drawer. I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Yeah, yeah, it's the same game. It's the same style again. Hmm.
Cool. I the rest of Nintendo Direct. I'm excited for the Nintendo brand games. So like Mario, Luigi, Brotherhood, the Legend of Zelda game that you actually Zelda, the Donkey Kong Country Returns. I'm ready to throw my Switch into the ground for that game. And Metro Prime 4 looked really cool. I liked the first. I actually liked all three of them. I thought they were actually quite good games. So I'm excited to play 4, and it gives me something to play on the Switch because I'm gonna get Lego Horizon on the PS5. I'm gonna get Marvel's Capcom on PS5. So um, give me some Switch. But Nintendo Direct was cool. They had some like if you're into Japanese RPGs, oh that was for you. But if you're not, the Nintendo games look cool.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, the Princess Zelda game is interesting. Uh, the Marvel thing is obvious, but it's not exclusive. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's on
There's a
everything.
few things that also they announced, but they are not exclusive. So it's kind of like get hype, but also not for Nintendo. Uh,
Yeah.
so I get it.
The
I get it.
PlayStation like the Horizon Lego Horizon and Switch like blew people's minds because it's PS Play is under PlayStation um creative. Like it has a PS logo and all that shit. It's like the baseball games are on all the systems as well
Hmm. Hmm.
that Sony does.
I mean, why is it still so surprising? TNA is in NXT right now. I'm just saying, what's going
I'm
on?
just saying everyone could team up, right? We believed in Joe Henry and look, he appeared.
Becky Kazarian threw
I
him out
swear
the
he
ring,
starts
but
clapping on this
it is what it is. It is what it is. Uh,
I
what
believe
else
in Joe
is
Hendry.
what else is there that came out though? There's nothing like that's all news that's gonna down the
Yeah.
line. That's not now. As for right now, there is an RPG I'm interested in that came out. That's Shimigami like Vengeance. I think it's
Oh
like
yeah.
five Vengeance.
Shouts to Lil Steven. He was telling me about it. I never got into those games. I always hear stories about them, and I hear how good they are. I just never got into them.
They're like somebody described them as Persona, but less personable
Okay.
and harder. Is it? But really, it's like those are the original. I guess not the universe, yes. So Persona's in the Shin Megami universe.
Yeah.
So that's why if you play Persona, you will see the same demons, like the exact same demons,
Yeah.
because it's the same world.
Okay.
It's just a different style of storytelling. Those are more for like today's human beings,
Yeah.
and Shin Megami is for like the old guard. That's all I have to really say. It's
Okay.
literally like for people like it's almost in the same vein as like the original, I would say, like Dragon Warrior games, where it's
Okay.
like straight up old school RPG.
Okay.
Old school. Like the stats are simple. It's lightning beats this, fire beats that. It's old school, old school. It's not really too complicated. But it's just like the thing I like about it, and the thing that makes it, I guess, appealing to a lot of people is that it doesn't hold your hand, and that almost any fight, if you start slacking off, like the regular enemies can kick your ass.
Okay.
Like if you don't pay attention. So that's pretty cool, and it has really good character designs.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
and that one came out on the Switch, I think 3 years ago. I think it was.
Okay.
Like so, I have that the original Switch version. So I'm looking forward to checking this one out. But that's after Elden Ring, because Elden Ring is in 2 days.
Yes. I'm hearing a lot of great things about it too.
On the website that I am on to look at the game stuff, GameSpots, they gave it a 10.
Nice.
And I trust because it's one of the guys that's at Giant Bomb that hang well, I'm not sure if he's official Giant Bomb, but he's like very like a correspondent if he's not official Giant Bomb. Like
Okay.
he does a lot of work with them. And his name is Tamor Hussein, and you just see, if you follow games journalism, you've probably seen him,
Okay.
big ass beard. Um, but I generally, he's one of those people, like if he has a story about something, you can kind of trust he put in the work in the game.
Yeah.
He's not one of the people that they say journalism mode about, like, oh man, the game's too hard, I give up. You know what I'm saying? Or this game
Yeah.
sucks. So I I I would say, okay, if you see him give something a 10, I'm like, all right, okay, okay, get rocks with that.
Nice.
And that's what they saying. I've seen other people say like good things about it. There's small nitpicks about certain things because reused bosses and whatnot, but I kind of expect that because it's an open world game.
Yeah.
Some things you can't just make everything from scratch. I get that, but that's Friday or Thursday night, I think it is, because on PC it says the 20th, but that's like probably at midnight.
Yeah.
So same shit.
Okay.
So we'll see.
We'll see.
Do you know if you're gonna try it?
Uh.
Because that's it. That's as far as Elden Ring. They said this DLC is it. So there will be nothing else coming later
I'm
for it.
gonna wait. Right now, I'm trying to platinum a couple of games, but once I'm done with that, if it goes on sale, I'll definitely probably get that with the DLC.
Yeah,
I
they
want
have.
to try it. I
Uh,
want to give it a chance. I'm not a Dark Souls person whatsoever. I have never played one. I played Demon Souls, the remake, a little bit. I probably got like 20% in, and then I found something else came out, and I kind of like lost interest. I do want to try to play that and Bloodborne. Bloodborne looks interesting, so I'm actually willing to go back and play that one as well. So I'll definitely try. I'll
I
definitely
would
give it a try.
Bloodborne. I would recommend you let Jackie see that game.
Yeah, I think she'll like
This
it.
is
She likes horror
yeah.
shit.
Mm. But just it's also like the psychological stuff in that game is
Yeah.
like is different. It's on another level. Like your character literally goes crazy in that game,
Okay.
and then you see shit
I think she would
that you
like that
can't
game.
see. Hmm.
Um, cause she likes a lot of weird shit. She plays a lot of like the Life is Strange and stuff too. So she likes those kind of games.
Well, then they also got another story. I think recently that was
Yeah, yeah.
GameFAQs. Yeah, yeah. So
There's a new
okay.
game coming out. We played the. I played the last one. I got her the last one, and it was okay. I think the first story was good. I think they kind of went too much into the other ones. Like
Ah,
I'm
okay.
fine with
Oh,
those
yeah.
games. I don't mind them. They're fun.
Gotcha,
Um,
gotcha.
and then like the Lego games, I'm always yo, if there's a new Lego game, I'll let you play it. I love the Lego games. I think they're so much the same in some repetitive shit, but I think they're very creative. And then when they actually retell stories, I actually find it they retell the story a lot more fun than the actual people actually telling the story. Like the Star Wars ones when they retelling the whole like the original episodes and shit. I actually find the Lego one more entertaining because they just have stupid fucking jokes and shit. They fit though. So
Mm-hmm.
like the Lego Horizon, that's another game I'm looking forward to because I think that's a good concept for actually having a Lego game, and it's Gorilla that actually is developing that game with Team Sumo or some shit. So it's actually the people that behind
So that's
Horizon.
what's that's the last. Uh, since you said the people who worked on it, that's like the last thing they've done for Horizon.
They did
Like
Horizon the last game, yeah.
no, no, no. I mean, I'm just saying that's like the last thing they were working on was the Lego, right? Or they
Uh, they're
like
working well.
before they go to the next game.
Yeah, probably. That's what they're
Okay.
working on now. They might have a new Horizon. Supposedly they have a Horizon multiplayer thing coming,
Oh, okay.
but they also did a VR one that actually got really good. It got pretty high reviews. So
Okay.
Horizon was good. I
Okay.
liked Horizon. The girl was kind of boring, but the rest of the rest of the game is pretty good. I think that the Lego one is gonna make her funny, which I'm actually excited for.
Mm-mm-mm.
Cause the Lego games just do the comedy shit.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true.
Um.
Is there another because they're yeah they're pretty much universal. Is there another company that you really want them to do that for?
Turtles.
Wait, they haven't done.
Lego Ninja Turtle game.
They haven't
I
done. I
want a
didn't
fucking Lego
realize that.
Lego Ninja Turtle game. We got Marvel, we got DC, we got Hobbits, we got fucking Lord of the Rings, we got Harry Potter, we got Pirates of the Caribbean, we got The Incredibles, we got Jurassic World, Jurassic Park, we got Indiana Jones. Give me fucking Ninja Turtles.
I forgot about Indiana
You know
Jones.
what?
I
Give me
forgot about.
GI Joe, Lego GI Joe.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
That would
Okay.
be
That's
insane.
pretty good.
Cause the imagine the building of the fucking vehicles.
Yeah. Ah, dude. Okay, you giving somebody to, and Hasbro just started like popping off with the gaming division. So yeah,
Yeah,
let's. Okay. All right. All right.
but I will say
Oh, also, did you try the demo? Yeah. Can you tell
I
me about the
have not
demo?
because I don't have Steam.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
only
it's
on Steam
only
right now.
on.
Yeah, it's only on Steam. That's why I told
Understood.
you like
So
you can
that's why I
download.
have to try it. Okay. Okay. All right. All right.
I want to try it though. I do.
Okay.
I might
Okay.
actually get it if it's decent. I'll get it because I like random beat 'em ups. They're usually fun. I could get through them even if they're bad. They're still playable. So I'll probably still get it. Um, but yeah, Lego Ninja Turtles. That'll be my number one. Lego GI Joe would just be sick because the amount of vehicles and all the characters they fucking have. You're gonna have like a fucking thousand fucking Lego characters.
Hmm.
GI Joe has a shit ton of fucking characters
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
with dumb names, and there's a shit ton of them. And another one, I'll say number three. Lego fucking Power Rangers. Why not? You could
I
Lego
mean,
build the fucking
that's a lot
Megazord.
of. No, I'm thinking about it. Like, there's a lot. There's a lot. But the thing is that I'm just thinking of how many generations they could put together. Yeah, that's a
They
lot.
so if you're just doing the base story, you could do the base story and have like DLC and other stories and shit. Like you could do Zeo in a DLC. You could do fucking other things in a DLC. You could have the other characters as build up characters, or if you what Hasbro's been doing is mostly Mighty Morphin. So they'll just have Mighty Morphin as the main predecessor of it and things like that. And then you could just throw a couple Rangers as the other characters just to fill up their character card. Because usually there's usually about usually most Lego games have about 200 to 250, maybe even 300 to 350 characters. The Marvel ones are massive. The DC ones are massive. So you can add all these fucking characters, but I would like to see like a Lego Ernie and a Lego Broken Skull and the Lego Broken Skull monkeys and shit like that. So me as a fan, I want to see the stupid shit like that.
Oh yeah, you could do the youth center. You could do a Lego
Like the youth center could be the main base, and that's where you go to
a Lego
fucking.
command center and
You
all of
could you
that
could
stuff.
go like the youth center could be like where
Man,
you unlock the red bricks and shit and buy the
man.
characters and whatnot.
I'm just thinking of the set, like when you design set, Lego
Yeah,
pieces and sets and stuff. That's a I don't understand
Mega Blocks,
why they haven't got up on that yet
Mega
for
Blocks.
Lego for Power Rangers, because just every season you have a new set that you could just sell, just a new Zord, a new Super Zord, because there's always one of those. The villains, man,
Cause
just look at
Mega
think of the
Blocks.
villains. I'm just thinking of
Saban had a big deal with Mega Blocks. That's why.
that's terrible, terrible,
Yeah,
terrible,
Saban was so just sold the money. He didn't give a fuck the name.
terrible.
But
Because
yo,
they could definitely do it now.
Lego Power Rangers the game would be fucking sick.
I agree. I agree. I agree.
what I could put my imagination and what I'll do with a Lego Power Ranger game. I will go through like yo, you have 35 years of Power Ranger seasons. Like you could do Mighty Morphin as the main base of the story, and then you could do all your DLCs the other seasons.
Hmm.
That
Hmm.
like you're gonna make money off of that. And then if you do the base gameplay of what Lego does their thing, no matter what. Lego will do their thing. They have the same gameplay in most of the games. They have unique gameplay because I still to this day I say Lego Marvel Superheroes, the first one, is my favorite one because the uniqueness of every character and how they had was able to do it, even though a lot of them did fly the same shit like that, but they all felt like the character that they are, and that was the great thing about it.
And they're good quality.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
fun.
I mean, they're not
They're fun. There's
bad.
something I could like pick up with my niece, my nephew, and then it's something I enjoy playing by myself. Like I usually platinum. I collect those platinums and shit because they're easy platinum games, but they time consuming but easy platinums.
Gotcha.
I just downloaded the Lego race game, the racing car game, because it's a Lego based racing game. I think 2K Lego 2K Racing or some shit. I downloaded that. I want to see how that is. I heard it was actually pretty fun.
Okay.
But if you want easy platinums, play them Lego games. They're time consuming, but the easy platinums.
Gotcha. Okay.
If not, just play Lego Marvel Superheroes, the first one. That was amazing. Maybe Lego Batman 2 as well. I'll say those two. Play those two.
Man, I just had a thought of, man, could you imagine if somebody made a Lego fighting game? Jesus, the
I'm
amount of characters
surprised they
they
did
have to make.
not.
Yeah. I am.
They did like the fucking action figure game shit. They Lego Dimensions. They tried to make that and it just didn't succeed.
Mm-mm.
But the fighting games, imagine like Lego Street Fighter. Hello again.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
it's a brick. Oh man, imagine what the Raising Demon would look like.
as little, yeah, as
It just builds up the sign.
little things, this little little
I want that game now.
Kuma's hair. Kuma's hair just comes off, and then you put the older hair, the big lion mane with the beard.
Yo,
That's
Lego, the Lego concept of stuff, it's a lot of fun.
Has
Depending
there
on
been
the
a Lego Sonic?
no, they do not. They do have they he was in Dimensions though,
Okay, okay, I got you. I
so
got
he actually had the blue what was the Blue Hill, the first stage,
you. Oh, Green Hill.
Green Hill. Yeah, that's like a part of it.
All right, all right. So he's at least got recognition. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Yeah, that's, I mean, kind of go on a tangent with that. But a last one. Has there been Lego Nintendo, specifically Mario? Yes, right?
Yeah, they just made they're not.
Oh, only in set form, not in game form,
No,
right?
not game form, just set form. And they're not that,
Uh,
they did make some characters, like build up characters and stuff like that, but the Nintendo ones they have is supposed to be like the stage, and they're just goofy looking. I'm not personally like that. If they just made it with their regular like style of stuff, I'd be more interested. But they kind of have a goofy look to it. Um, that's why I never was never interested in it. But they have a Lego Bowser that I actually wouldn't mind getting
Okay, okay.
because it looks cool. But I'm just saying, Lego, Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, G.I. Joe. Those three games will make you a lot of money. Just saying. Maybe even Transformers. I would say honestly, every
Yeah,
'80s
that's
'90s
another one I just
cartoon. To be
realized.
honest with you, just do like the drug. The what was the fucking drug commercial? The drug cartoon that had all the characters come together. Just make that and have all the characters in Lego form.
Cops? No.
No, you remember the drug? You ever watched the drug free fucking cartoon that was in like the early '90s, and it just combined everybody like Michelangelo from the Ninja Turtle, fucking Care Bear was in it, Garfield was in it, fucking Slimer and shit.
Slimer.
I have to send you it. It was an old like it was like a legit like a half-hour cartoon about being aware of drugs, and all these cartoons teamed up and stopped this kid from taking dope. It
Okay. All
exists.
right. Okay. All right. All right. I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
I just
I'm
thought
not
about
mad.
it now because like what was it? 90s before we go into the movie. 90s cartoon cartoon team up for drugs, which sounds fucked up, but there we go. I found it. It was called Cartoon All Stars to the Rescue.
It doesn't sound familiar.
I'll send it to you.
Mm-mm.
You
Mm-mm.
need to watch it.
Trying to think about it. No, it doesn't sound familiar.
So it teamed. It had a bunch of fucking. I just saw the shit you sent me. Just made me laugh. The fucking homeless
Wait, wait,
dude.
wait, wait, wait. You said Cartoon All Stars or
Cartoon All
Cars?
Stars.
No,
Cartoon.
Cartoon All Stars. I remember.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember that.
They stopped the kid from doing drugs and shit.
Yeah, yeah. But isn't this the one? Like, isn't Michelangelo in here?
Michelangelo, Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, yeah. This
Uh,
was okay. This was like a big deal. I remember this. I
yeah.
remember.
So I was like, make that into a Lego game, so you can have all the
Yeah,
characters.
there you go. Perfect.
I just laughed because the thing you sent me with the homeless dude in the fucking tub that just
Oh,
made me
oh,
fucking
oh. Yeah, I just saw that scrolling, and I was like, wait a second, wait a second. What is happening here?
I'm at the point like when I see something extremely dumb, I'll like if I've seen it, then I feel like you and Minion has to see it, and I literally just
Yeah,
send it to both of you. Like I
it's
saw this,
just
so you gotta guys gotta see it too. But yeah, all right, you wanna get into this movie?
I can't believe that's real, dude. I mean, it's not real, but
No, that dude does
no,
skits because there's
yeah,
the
yeah.
ghetto Spider-Man shit does skit with him and shit too.
Oh my God. But it is funny. It is funny.
Yeah.
All right, so this week we have Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yep.
That is 2017. That is PG-13. I don't know, man. There's a few choice words in this movie. I thought it could have been rated R. I'm just saying. They was letting some stuff fly. Um, 2 hours and 16 minutes. And this one, I know we did. Well, the first time I saw it, I know we all went to the theaters to see it. So I
Yes.
saw it with you, I think Japstar, Jinkies.
Yep.
Good time.
Yeah.
So I remember the movie. I don't remember when. Trying to look for the dates.
It was
Tell you, it came out in Ukraine on May 4th.
May
How
5th.
about that? So it came out in the U.S. on May 5th?
Yep.
Okay. Came out on Star Wars Day?
Yep. No, May
Definitely
4th.
makes.
Day
No,
after
here.
Star Wars Day. Oh,
Oh,
Ukraine. Yeah, no one cares about
oh. Yeah. Well, I mean, apparently a lot of people.
Ukraine.
a lot of people. Um. So what else we got? Director. We know who this is.
James
James
Gunn.
Gunn. Very different picture. He does not have any gray or white in his hairs here at all. He is
The young
the.
picture.
It's no. It's just funny. This picture is like he looks like he's maybe 30,
Yeah.
and you look at him now. He looks like he's like I don't know, almost 60.
It's a DC stress.
Yeah. Damn, that's messed up.
You know what? For anything, I'm actually excited to see what he does for the DC stuff.
I mean, it's taking a little bit. My faith is wavering. We keep seeing movies, and it just makes me sadder and sadder. It needs to hurry up and happen already.
I comes out next year. But Superman comes out next
It's
year.
taking too long. There's no guarantee we're gonna be here.
Yeah, it is true. It is true. And then season 2 of Peacemaker comes out. You seen Peacemaker?
Have I seen
Yeah.
Peacemaker? No, I have not seen
So
Peacemaker.
watch
Oh,
Peacemaker. There you go. That's just the start.
okay. All right. All right.
I think you'll like it a lot. Like Cena's really fucking good at it.
Okay. I will watch
Yeah.
Peacemaker. Um, let's see. So we know we don't have to look at his stuff. What else do we have? Like the writers. Let's see who we got.
It's the same writers as the other ones, too. He has the
Oh,
same
the
team.
exact same. Oh. I got
He rushed to the same people. Yeah.
you. Okay, got you. Okay, so this one we have stars. Chris Pratt, Peter Quill, Star Lord, Zoe Saldana, Gamora, Dave Bautista as Drax, Vin Diesel, Baby Groot. Still, I thought it was somebody else. All
No,
right.
it's still him. They just like speed his voice.
Bradley Cooper, Rocket Raccoon. You know, every time I see that, I forget when I hear the voice.
Cause he changes his voice.
Yeah, I mean, he's good at it. He's
And
good at
probably one of my favorite characters throughout the whole series. Like
it. Hmm.
I agree with this being his fault, but again, he's my favorite character throughout the series,
Hmm. Michael Rooker as Yondu.
and he's also fucking great in this one.
This is true. Karen Gillian as Nebula. She was one of my favorite characters in this
She was
movie.
great in this too.
I love when her and her sister fought in the cave.
Yeah,
Palm Clementif as Mantis, another really good character. Sylvester Stallone as Stakar Og-Ord.
yes,
Pretty cool to see. Kurt Russell as Ego. Elizabeth Debicki as Aisha, also another character. I thought she was hilarious.
yeah.
Just angry as hell. Chris Sullivan as Taserface.
Taserface.
Taserface. All right. Sean Gunn as Kraglin.
Talking about
He is the
sorry,
on-set Rocket. That's interesting. So what? That means he's a puppeteer.
yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So Taserface, funny shit is in Lego Marvel 2, Taserface has a mission. He's like, "Is my name tough? If not, I need to find a new name." And he makes you go find different names for himself.
Does he change it or does he
He
stay
changed
to?
it to something really dumb. I just can't remember what it was, but he
Okay.
changes his Taserface to something dumb, even more sounds even more dumber, and he feels like he's the greatest villain in the world.
Is he is he like a main Guardian villain?
No,
No.
no,
What the hell is he? He's just
he's
a
a, he's
random
a
dude.
no, he's a random dude. He's a random character.
Really? Okay.
I
Okay.
think he got introduced in the comic books after he was made in the movie.
I got you. I got you. Tommy Flanagan as Tulik.
Yep.
Laura Haddock as Meredith Quill. Aaron Swartz as Young Eagle. Young Eagle facial reference. Why are you so high up on this list? Um, let's see. Who else we got that was of anything? Who we got?
Was Stanley in this?
I don't remember.
He was
James Gunn Sr. as Weird Old Man. That's interesting.
hey,
Is that the first time his father was in the movie?
who?
James Gunn. James Gunn Sr. He's in the movie.
I think he was in the first one. I
He
know
was in
he
the
was in
first one?
Scooby Doo.
Leota Gunn? So that's that his mother too?
Yeah.
Leota Gunn, Weird Old Man's mistress, apparently. Okay. I'm trying to see it. Yeah, I guess that's it. Michelle Yeoh as
Yeah.
Aletta Ogard. Okay.
There you go.
And Ving Rhames as Charlie 27. I didn't realize.
There you go.
Did I realize that?
Me either.
No, no, no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I remember. I'm thinking of the character. Yes.
I'm trying to see Stan Lee's.
Um,
Did he pass away before this?
2017. I don't know. I think he died maybe later than that,
Yeah. Let's see.
like 2019, 2020.
Yeah. I think it was 2020. To be honest.
Might be 2018. Actually, we say that.
Stan Lee.
No, it says yeah. Next year. The next year after.
Yeah.
18. 18.
In Guardians 2. Yes, he was. He was with the dog in the bonus credit,
Oh, he was with
talking to Owatu.
Gotcha, gotcha.
And then he was in the first
I
one. He
for,
was talking to the chick.
okay, yeah, I forgot about that.
So yeah, he was in it. I know.
Absolutely
I
forgot about
think
that.
Infinity War was his last movie.
Okay, okay. Until they turn him into a hologram. Uh-oh.
Yeah. I think his wife signed off not to do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Specifically, not to turn him into a hologram?
Yep.
That's interesting.
So there's quite a few people. Christopher Reeves was one, and the family sued for the
Oh, I
last
would have
DC
just
movie.
sued for that movie. Period.
Yeah.
I would have just that wasn't it.
No,
I would have sued.
for the Flash.
Yeah, for the Flash, I
Yeah.
would have sued.
Yeah.
Period. For that movie, that wasn't it.
Yeah.
I would have sued.
Because
This,
they
no.
showed Christopher Reeves as in Superman form, and they're not allowed to do that unless they have permission. They didn't have permission
Hmm.
for that. I think
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage got mad about it too because they didn't give access to his permission for that.
Oh, really?
There was a lot of issues with that.
How you just be grabbing people's? Come on now. Come on now. Anyway, so this movie, let's see what they have for the synopsis. The Guardians struggle to keep together as a team while dealing with their personal family issues. Notably, Star-Lord's encounter with his father, the ambitious celestial being Ego. Now I know the name, not very familiar with the character. I've not read many stories with Ego. I just know him as Ego the Living Planet. Do you have any familiarity with that character or no?
Ego, I just know him as a big face planet.
See, that's about it. That's all I know. I don't know who his villains were. I mean,
Yeah,
apparently, maybe they were the Guardians. I don't know.
yeah, that was all
Cause
I knew of him.
he didn't fight the X-Men, so it's like, well, whatever.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. Again, do you know if this is like pulling from something? Like, is this
Um,
a
I
direct
think
reference to
so. This
anything?
I think this was based off a newer run of Guardians of the Galaxy that they
Okay.
kind of introduced more of Star Lord's past, and I think it was during this time. It was maybe like 2 years prior, because they relaunched the Guardians of the Galaxy with Star Lord leading and things like that, and they kind of go more into his family thing, and I think that's where they were leading into. Because in the original ones, Star Lord wasn't like such a big character. I think they made him more of a big character because of the movies.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Uh, so I mean, it was a good story. I actually liked Kurt Russell in this movie. I liked um, who else was new? Trying
Mantis,
Mantis was yes, he was hilarious.
Tisa's a dick.
Yeah,
the
Drax
the
was just
funny dick.
he was happy to have somebody to treat him basically the way Rocket treats him.
Yeah,
Basically, that's literally what he was doing.
yeah,
It's like every little trick and thing that Rocket does, he's like, you know what? She doesn't know nothing about what he do. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get you. Um, again, like I said, this movie is basically everything is Rocket's fault because he's an ass.
He's a little
Just a
asshole.
jerk. Just a jerk. Just a little jerk and a thief. Um, but that doesn't stop him from being one of the best characters. I think this one though that it's hard to even like say anything too negative about this movie because the way it's done is just like the number one thing I noticed in this movie, it doesn't have much downtime
Yeah.
because I was thinking of okay, usually there's a moment where they're doing exposition and even going into backstory like they did with Star Lord's father, but that probably was interrupted. Maybe like they probably didn't go longer than 10 minutes because they were doing two stories at once
Yeah.
at a certain point. Because at the point where they meet the father and actually go with the father,
Yeah.
then they switch to Yondu, and you're getting the Yondu and what's going on in his side of the universe story.
Yeah.
That so by the time they everybody ends up meeting up together, you have this entire thing that you were just filled in on everything that was going on.
Yeah.
The whole mutiny was going on. That was a cool little subplot. Like there was a the I forget his name. I think his name was Dabney,
Yeah.
James Gunn's brother.
Yeah.
Like they had that little character arc with him being like, "I was always loyal to your captain,"
Yeah.
and them having to get back the ship from Taserface, and then
Taser
Rock,
face. Yeah.
and then you had the little mission with Baby Groot, and I'm
Yeah.
like, so it just there's a lot of little things to break up what would make this movie or what would make a movie boring in some parts.
Yeah.
And I was like, huh. I kind of have to give it that credit for it because it didn't just do the first movie again. So I was like, all right. And even the things that, because I believe I'll give James Gunn enough credit as a writer and director that he's self aware for some of the stuff.
Yeah.
That even the things that they did in the first movie that they repeated were in kind of a tongue in cheek way, like the poses,
Yeah.
like that's not for serious, like with the fantastical music behind them, and then they do the pose and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, obviously that's they're already making fun of themselves because they did that in the first movie. Like so, a lot of this stuff that is in the first one comes back in different ways, and I have to just give him credit.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, okay, I see why he is such a like highly sought after writer director.
Yeah.
It's just because it's you see the way that he can do you see what he can do with a team of people when he has them for one movie, and then you see what he can do when he has them around again to make what he did the first time, like not to poo poo it, not to not make you forget it, but
Yeah.
also like to bring it into like it's almost like you see how he creates the world for the characters
Yeah.
basically and keeps it like a thing. I'm like, all right,
I
I am mad.
think
I
one
am mad.
thing I give him a lot of credit, and I will say, a lot of the times you have the comic that has to adapt to the movie. I think he's one of the
Mm-hmm.
first that his movie has to adapt to the comic.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I guess they see him and they go, "Oh, we could do that. Yeah, we could do
Yeah,
it that
because
way."
I think the Guardians took off after this movie, and they had to kind of make the characters more embrace of what the movie characters were than what they are in the actual Marvel universe. So this is like the first movie that made Marvel change up a character for mainly the movie, because again
Mm-hmm.
the movie was extremely good. Like I actually really enjoyed it. I think the comedy was still there. I think that this was actually a lot funnier than the first, but I think the first just
Mm-hmm.
is just a better movie. And again, I will say this is the bad one. I don't even say it's the bad one. It's not the highest reviewed of the three. I think the next one, I think I got more emotional with it because I think it told Rocket's story, and Rocket's story is really good. But I think he just has a way of. I think he just loves the characters and he knows what to bring out of them. And I think it showed in this movie. It showed in the movie later on and things like that. And it just I with James Gunn recently and the things that it's funny shit is too. Like I think he has 3 movies in their top 20
Of which ones?
of our comic book theater, our comic book theater. He
Uh,
has 3 movies in
yeah.
the top 20. He has
It's a
Super, he
super,
has
yeah.
Guardians 1, and he has Guardians 2.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's great. Like again, and then I know for a fact Guardians 3 is probably gonna be up there as well because I Guardians 3 fucking hit me hard. That one movie was crazy. But it's just how he builds the characters and builds the world. Like I think I that's what I enjoyed about this. Me rewatching this, I forgot how much fun this movie was.
Mhm.
I just hear the other people banter about this the second one being like bad and things like that, and I rewatched it and I was like, it wasn't bad at all. It was just different. It was just a storytelling thing that has to be done, and I enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm going forward with this one as well. Like I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
Yep.
And then I liked the Yondu story. I liked it, the little stories and inside. And then Batista was fucking hilarious in this movie. I think
Yes.
I think he really shined as a fucking comedy character in this movie.
Yeah.
And then the music was
I
actually
think the
pretty
I
good
think
too.
the thing that they gave some characters also was they gave them more range because I think Nebula, who was basically just a kill villain in the first movie, she actually got to have an arc, and you got to really
Yes,
realize what was wrong with her character, like
I really
why
enjoyed
she
her
like
too.
that,
Yes,
and then she got to well, not really bond, but she had a moment with her sister where they understood each other. It's like,
yes,
oh, okay, this is what's wrong with you, and this is why I don't like you, and you don't like. Oh,
yeah.
I got
I enjoyed it. I liked the Yondu thing too. I liked the Mantis. I thought she was a good extra character.
you. Hmm.
And it's funny with the Batista. I think Batista was fucking great in this movie, and I think this was probably one of my favorite movies of him of him being in the Marvel MCU. I think this was my favorite movie of his,
Yeah,
just
definitely can
because
see.
he came out of the shell. He became more of a comedic character, and he actually surprised me with his comedic timing and shit like that, and how fucking an asshole he was.
Yep.
So it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was a good one. So Guardians of the Galaxy Deuce, where you put it? You said 4, right?
Hmm.
All right. So let me get your fours, and then we'll go from there. So now it goes to a point of what movies you like more than the other, and that's where it's getting hard.
Yeah, but at least we have it
Yes.
where we can slide them up and
So
it
your
could be.
fours consist of Ghost Rider, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, Incredible Hulk, Losers, V for Vendetta, Road to Petition, Hellboy, Thor: The Dark World, From Hell, Amazing Spider-Man, Kick-Ass 2, Red, and Iron Man 2.
Uh, so the what's the second one? The second movie?
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
You can put it in front of that one.
Oh, that that works. All right, Guardians of the Galaxy Deuce.
Not for nothing. This one feels like the game too.
Yeah. Did you finish the
I
game?
started. No, I didn't finish it, but I started playing it, and it's like this one really feels like the game.
I actually really enjoyed the game. It was very like the gameplay style wise, it was very Mass Effect. I really enjoyed it.
It's good, but
I
it's just
platinum
like
it.
the story, the way the characters are acting right
Yeah.
now. It's like it feels like the peak
Yeah.
of what they got for the characters to be like in the game.
Yeah, I think the same thing. I think they got a lot of the gist from it because even the when you do the standoff and y'all come together and shit and plan
Mm-hmm.
your next attack,
Mm-hmm.
it reminds me a lot of this movie.
Yeah. Yep.
My fours are damn, damn. Super is 4. You know what? Did I like this more than Doctor Strange? I did like this more than Doctor Strange. I did like this more than Iron Man 2. Uh, you know what? I may. All right, it'll go right here. Cause now I'm in the point of just checking if I like the movie better than others, and then I'm going through the list of what I like better than others. So I'm putting this right after Spider-Man 2. The Galaxy Dose. Our next movie is Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman.
One or
Be
two?
prepared
The
to
first one or
hear
the second one?
the first one.
Oh, okay, okay. All right.
Dun, 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 dun,
Mm.
dun, 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 dun.
Yep, I know
Ah.
exactly what you mean. Now, I like the first one, but I have not seen the second one. I just realized that.
The second one's not good.
Like,
It's not.
okay,
And it has
okay,
good characters, but they didn't do them well.
okay, okay.
Cause you had Pedro Pascal as the main villain. You had Kristen Holt as Chitara or whatever her name is, the cheetah chick. And they didn't. They started an arc with her, and they just didn't like finish the arc with her.
Gotcha, gotcha.
So we got the first Wonder Woman next. We got Spider-Man: Homecoming after that. We have Valerian, Kingsman, Atomic Blonde, Thor Ragnarok, Justice League, and that wraps up 2017. Spider-Man: Homecoming I really like a lot too, and I might go high in my list.
Okay, okay.
So, all right, we wrap this up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better, I Swear podcast. Make sure you check us out anywhere and everywhere Red Cyclone Inc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube, SoundCloud, and Spotify. Where you at, Mark?
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch and TikTok, or Mark with the Mic. Check out our other cast. I'll be posting up the Not a Trekkie cast tomorrow, so that'll be up. That'll be the review of the final season of Clone Wars. We also got the Morphin Cast. Just had a new episode this last week, so definitely check that out for Super Sentai Shinkura Sikinger. Yes, try to say that 3 times fast. That's a hard word. We have the Gamer Rage podcast and our Shell Shock, so definitely check those out. Also, check out our weekly The Wrestling Babble and the Get Spread Elsewhere as well. If you want more of the movie reviews that we have done with the comic book theater, we have a playlist on our SoundCloud of the Merc and the Mic. There's a full playlist of every single movie we have reviewed from 1978 to 2017. We reviewed every single superhero movie since then. 2020 was a long year. We reviewed a lot of movies, and that's what we
Yes,
did.
sir.
We watched the shit out of superhero movies. So from the likes of Superman, the first movie, to Sheena the Sheena the Sea Devil,
Oh,
to Commodore Man, we have reviews for it all.
oh,
So
Condor Man.
Condor Man. So
Ooh.
we have reviews for them all. So definitely check those out. Like the playlist and everything like that. And if you want any updates on that, we will decide like that. But just ways to get us to be heard. All right, peace out, laters, and always remember follow the Jinkies.
He's
I will
hungry.
email locations following.